maybe you have been following, but Brittney Griner was captured by the Russians, or arrested by the Russians, for having some hash on her. And we said on this broadcast, and it was a bit of a controversial topic or take, that we did not think her trade value was high. To reiterate, the average WNBA game averages 250,000 viewers. The arms dealer Russia wanted in trading back for Griner is one of the best, and we estimated could affect up to 500,000 lives if released. But we did think it would be going a long way in showing black women that we care. So now we are in a situation where it was just announced that Brittney Griner is in a prison colony now. No one knows where this prison colony is, but they do know it is kind of a work labor camp, which some places do have for prisons. I think we have some of that ourselves. We do. Well, Kamala Harris did have prisoners working as firemen to take out, forest fires, and then would bring back prisoners who had already served their sentence back to do it for less than minimum wage. Now, that's a very controversial thing to do, but I understand a death society may never be paid truly. Prison colonies historically are not safe. Typically what happens in a prison colony, kung fu tournaments. That's typically, from my research, kung fu tournaments happen at prison colonies. And we don't know if Brittney Griner knows kung fu. So I think she's in terrible danger. I'm all for regular prison. That's fine, but she is a WNBA star. And that should have some kind of celebrity cachet, should it not? I know no one watches it, but she should be treated better. She does have a talent. Maybe not one people care about, but she does have one. And I don't think she can serve that talent in a prison colony. So we might be in a situation where there's two ways out of this. Number one, Operation Get Griner. I am proposing that America get involved. We need to break her out of prison. And the only group that will be able to do it is a group led by Sam Jackson or Viola Davis, with other black action stars, such as Michael J. White, such as Denzel Washington, Will Smith, Wesley Snipes. This is the Anthony Mackie we could throw in there. This is the team that we're going to need to get her back. Denzel's really good at guns, if you've seen The Equalizer, and really good at coming up with little explosions. Wesley Snipes is good with kung fu. He's got a lot of knife training as well. Michael J. White is a kickboxing master. Will Smith's got the charisma, so he can talk his way anywhere. And Anthony Mackie, he's got rap ability. And while, yes, he is Captain America, so I'm pretty good. He's good at shield fighting. But I do feel like he's got the MCU cachet. But I feel like in foreign countries, 8 Mile might be a bigger thing. I also want Carl Weathers on the team. He's a tank. He can get through anybody. We gotta Tropic Thunder this situation. Because we can't have one of our premier athletes, quotations, because I view her as a premier athlete, some of you may not, in a prison colony camp. That can't happen in the 21st century. It just can't. Because we can't get the military involved, because that's an act of war. But if we can get actors involved, it's a humanitarian crusade. There's a second option, because there's always two options to these things in my mind. Shawshank Redemption. Maybe she's got to get herself out. Maybe this is her moment to become a star. Clearly, being a WNBA star hasn't done much for her. Maybe escaping the prison colony will do everything for her. The book deals, the TV deal, the documentary series, the eventual movie that comes out. I was talking to the Revolution the other day, and he was saying, what if Lena Waithe plays her in the movie? I'm with it. You know, a Shawshank Redemption of her escaping from a Russian prison. Maybe there's a Russian Morgan Freeman there. But maybe she's got to crawl through the shit. You know, maybe it's a Space Jam situation. Maybe she and her team, no longest yard. It's her team versus the prison guards. And if she wins, she's free. If she loses, they extend her prison time. And Britney's got to really balance him out. Does she want to be saved by Operation Get Griner? Or does she want to do it on her own to maximize her profits? Because she's going to be 10 times more interesting now that she's part of the Ukraine war now. She's another story in it. That's a much better brand than the WNBA, the Ukraine war. And being part of that is so much more for her. The book deal alone, I'd buy that book. And she details all the work that went on. How did she survive all those days, counting them down on her wall, scribbling on them? Crawling through shit to try to get through the tunnel. Or she's building the prison team. Maybe she finds some good Russian women who can play ball. And she brings them back to the WNBA. And they start beating ass. You know? There's so much that can happen here. The possibilities are endless. And I never thought I would say that about someone going to a prison colony.